I'm a shuffling.
Yeah, well, we're all here and we're live.
You're
Jeffrey's shuffling on his birthday.
It just sounded like you farted on your birthday, Jeffrey.
Yeah, I did.
Birthday fart.
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm in
Excuse
Mexico.
me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the incredibly rude, ridiculously weird birthday for Jeffrey. And one of the reasons I wanted to do a birthday for Jeffrey, other than I like Jeffrey and we talk all the time, was I wanted to show everybody life goes on. So no matter what happened this week, we're all going to get another year older and we're all going to be moving down the scale. So
And if you look,
we're talking about is say happy birthday to Jeffrey, and we're going to go through that in the comments. And I also got 3 questions. And
if you look really closely, everyone, I look younger. So if I don't look younger than the last time you saw me, there's something wrong with your screen.
Jeffrey's been getting a lot of surgery.
Hey, I'm trying to fix it.
You two behave. You behave, or I'm going to turn this car around.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to go through all the birthdays to Jeffrey. Rosa Barnes says happy birthday.
Thank you.
Many more blessings. And this is the one I didn't want to put. Oops, that's about the election. We'll come back to you if we want to. Ness, I agree with you. Something's wrong there. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Jeffrey.
You. Thank you.
Happy birthday for Mimi with lots of little faces and hearts, a little cake. I tried to get a graphic to put a cake behind us, but I couldn't get one that would fit in my screen.
Well, I teach English online, so I had one of my students. So she got a little cake and she had a little candle. And, it's like, but you live cross town. Why don't you just bring it over?
Yeah.
Crosstown in Mexico City is not like crosstown many.
Oh,
other
no.
No.
It's
traffic
huge.
here is so insane. And it's like a bandit society. It's like a one-way means whichever way I feel like going.
Yeah.
Means you can go this way with the arrow pointing with you, or the other way with it's not.
Yeah.
We got Candy Mullen. I can't be there today, but she's going to catch up with us at some point.
Thank you, Candy.
And Linda Frazier.
Thank you, Linda. This is nice. This feels good.
And Crystal Blue.
Thank you.
I like Crystal
Blues.
Blues.
Sale for my birthday, by the way. I'm having a big sale on tarot readings, on art, on healings, till midnight. Big sale.
Big sale.
Go grab it now while it's still there.
Exactly. It's ripecolor.com.
Yeah.
Oh, I should stream this.
You should.
Stream to your audience. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Stream to your audience.
And the reason Jeffrey's squinting is because his cataracts are not quite, well, he's recovering from the thing that took them away. And Ness says, yay. And Ness is the one who I didn't answer her political question.
Okay, we're streaming on mine too.
Okay, Jen Miranda's happy birthday, dear Jeffrey.
Thank you.
And Laura Hunsinger, happy birthday.
I gave up Facebook after the first debacle election because I was just crazy. But Facebook is great because, like, on your birthday, people you don't even know wish you happy birthday. But this is better because it's live. Thank you all. And I think everyone should have cake.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I had a sandwich. I had real bread, so that's going to have to do for me for being a cake.
Yeah, I had a sandwich too.
Okay. Linda Frazier, here's to you living your best life. And Jen Miranda, hello to all 3 of us. And Debbie at 3 Shifting Veils, love and light, and happy birthday, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Woohoo.
Now, the people who wrote in early, got to go back out to here. Hide. These are people who, there's just a couple of them. And these are people who normally think they're not going to be able to make it. It's good morning and glad you guys are coming on. Blessings to all of us. Linda Bruce, And Holding Your Space. That's Terry Renner.
Bless
Happy
you.
birthday,
Thank
Jeffrey.
you. Thank you.
And Funny Puppy, I sent you a message. She asked about something political, and I said we weren't going to go there, so we're not going to go there. Sort of.
Sort of, maybe.
And the other thing that does, Jeffrey, not Jeffrey. Danny and I can't have two people on screen anymore. I'm losing it. Danny.
Danny. Okay.
Danny and I were talking about his things. We were looking for inspirational things to help cheer us up or make us feel better. And I found this one, and it was like, it's got a good first sheet, which is on affirmations for health with when you have anxiety. And then it was like, they give you 30 questions to ask yourself to really look inside. By the time I got to question 10, I told Danny we want them to feel better. Making us feel.
Yeah, your list was very long, Nancy, and mine was just two: a cheeseburger and a slice of pizza.
That's right. That's what.
Together?
Just
no, come on, that is just wrong. But we can try it. Maybe it's right.
Yeah. You know, in Mexico, like they just keep on piling stuff on. Right?
And
like to them,
here's
plain
another happy
cheeseburger.
birthday, Jeffrey.
Thank you. To them, a plain cheeseburger is cheese and jalapenos and bacon and salsa, and it's like no. I just want it
avocado.
Plain. Yeah, naturally. It's like I just want it plain. They're. It's like they don't even. It's like more.
Are you one of the guys that don't like any greens on like your sandwiches?
No, I like greens.
Okay. I mean, there's some people that go, don't put anything green on my plate.
That's not I don't want a salad. I want meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
No, and in fact, I tell everyone, tengo sangre azteca, which means I have Aztec blood. And I say that's why my eyes are green, because I eat a lot of avocado and nopales. Nopales are the cactus.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, oh.
You're such a good ambassador for America. Happy your day from Hypnicity.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Jeffrey, from Rebecca.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Wendy Schneider says the White House is about to call a press conference.
Oh.
They're about ready to wish you happy birthday.
Perfect.
It's for your birthday, Jeffrey.
Exactly.
Don't everybody run to your TVs. You know how they set it up and then they stare at the podium for 45 minutes and we'll be done by then.
I know sometimes you watch it, like you see a YouTube video and it says this thing in the title, and they've done subscribe 10 times. It's like, just get to it.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do in December. And this has to do with a gift too, but not a birthday gift. My daughter gave me, I'm going to get rid of your birthday greetings.
Well, I'm going to make everything big so I can see.
Okay. That's This is the advent calendar with stones. And you know what an advent calendar is, Danny, because you were Catholic. You had those when you were
I know what it is.
And Jeffrey knows what it is, and he was Jewish.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, some of them had presents and chocolate in them.
Right.
Yeah.
But mine has crystals.
No.
Yeah, I promise I won't eat them.
Mine had cheeseburgers and pizza.
But anyway, there are 24 doors in this.
It's pretty.
That's very cool.
It's beautiful.
And I'm going to have on every day from the 1st of December on, I'm going to come on for at least 15 minutes and open the door and talk about the stone.
That's awesome.
Perfect.
And I'm also going to be inviting some readers, Mr. Shay and Mr. Ripe Color.
Mr. Ripe Color.
Whoa.
Señor Ripe Color.
Señor.
That's true. How do you say that in Spanish?
Well, ripe color would be color maduro.
Okay.
But it doesn't, ripe means a lot more in English.
Mm-hmm.
Here it just means ripe, like for fruit. But
No,
I,
no. It also means stinky.
it means stinky in English, but not in Spanish. They're sort of like Maduro. Okay, it doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
It's
yeah.
interesting. I'm teaching English now, so I'm teaching them all the subtleties because I have really advanced students. So I'm teaching them, phrasal understandings of how to say things, and it's fascinating because I'm learning a lot about it too.
How hard is it to teach English?
Well, I have really advanced students, so they already speak English.
Okay.
So it's much easier. So I'm teaching them like take on, take off, take in, take away. What's the difference? Things like that. And then today I did a little lesson of like a colony of ants, a herd of sheep,
Groupings.
murder of crows,
Murder of crows.
That's my
a
favorite.
crash of rhinoceros,
A
Really?
what?
Crash.
a crash,
Crash.
a crash, and a den of snakes, a pride of lions. There were a lot of them.
What do you call a group of people?
Them.
They made a movie of that. It was scary.
A horde, wouldn't you say?
A horde.
A horde, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A horde of people?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's HORDE. No,
HOARDE.
right, like a horde, like to bring things together. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like hoarding when you're hoard.
I was a spelling champ in 6th grade. I know all the words.
Yeah, it's spelled like board with an H.
Mm-hmm. And an E on the end.
Ah, it's a hard day.
We're gonna have Spanish dancing in our head. You got another birthday wish from Sandy Marks. Where to go? Show. Got to push show to make that work. And we got another
Thank
one
you.
coming in after that from Jane Finley.
Hi, Jane. Jane Finley England. I'm telling you, you should be a poet. That name is so. It's so beautiful.
It is.
It really is.
And she speaks English, I bet.
Well, she writes in it at least
She's
sometimes.
left comments on my site, so I know she speaks English.
Donna O'Brien. Hello to my fellow friends. Very nice.
Hello, Donna.
That's a kitty in the picture with her. Yes. And Ariel OG. Happy birthday, Jeffrey.
Oh, hola, Ariel.
Hola.
Mm-hmm. And Miriam Bratton,
Hello,
who
Miriam.
I've spoken with on several occasions.
Yes.
And Donna wants to give you a special birthday blessing beside.
Thank you.
And then we got Phyllis Tomei.
Yes.
I caught it.
May. Mm-hmm.
And Sarah Broyles, Beck 40 Studios. As happy birthday.
Thank you.
So, and Ariel loves you bunches, by the way. So
I know she does. I know Ariel has been with me a long time, even before the fire, I think.
Oh God, that's right. We think like today's like we're all shook up and our world's been shaken and nothing's going the way we just wanted to. Jeffrey, tell them what it was like the night you went to bed and then woke up on your fire escape. Your underwear, running for your life.
In my underwear. It was January with no socks, no. I'm really glad I heard the message. Because I was really fighting, it's very easy to judge people in a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So how could they go back? Until you're there, you don't really know how you're going to react. Because I've been in other fires and I was much more, I don't know, together.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like at the window like this, and the smoke is pouring in. I'm like, I can go get that. I can go get that. I can go get that. I can go get. I know I can do it. I'm in my underwear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like January. It's like 0 or something, or 20 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like clear. It was Michael. Do you want to live or do you want to die? Out the window. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Some person with the last name Shay said happy birthday to you in Spanish, but he put it in comments, so I can't highlight it and put it on the.
Feliz cumpleaños, gracias.
Yeah, I know.
Sí, claro. I don't know how to do that. How do I not do?
You just put it in the live in the comments. If you type that in, I can type a comment to you.
It doesn't work.
Well then,
Me no like StreamYard.
StreamYard takes a while to learn. Okay, we got some more happy birthday wishes. We got Ness.
Thank you so much.
12 months of abundance and joy.
Thank
Good.
you. Thank you.
And happy birthday, Jeffrey. Blessings.
Thank you.
And Tammy Jackson says,
Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Tammy.
Thank you, Tammy. This is nice.
Mm-hmm. Did you do that, Danny?
Did I do that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Do what?
You
I
did.
don't know.
I can
Did I?
still.
I know, because one time you're going to come on with me with StreamYard, and I was going to teach you how to do it. It's before you really blew up about it and said, I'm never going to learn that. So I set you up as a co-moderator on my channel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did do that. Okay.
Yeah. Aurora,
Thank you.
Aurora Blue.
I
Happy
can't.
birthday.
You know, so I had the cataract, and things like my mid vision and my far vision are really good, but my close vision since the operation is double, and it's almost getting doubler. If that makes it, that's a word.
Doubler.
So I made my email much bigger, but now I see it really big and really double. But they said it's going to work its way out, and I'm going back around November 20th or something. I might need glasses. I don't know. I don't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
Process.
Yeah.
But I
You have to
really
put
been-
eye drops in your eyes
Yeah.
for like antibiotic things.
Yeah. Every 6 hours I'm on and 8 hours. Yeah.
Forever?
No.
No, just to all of any part of his eye that could be exposed to the air, because eyes are one of those weird places that doesn't have a lot of defense against infection.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like your brain. Like your brain has none. Like your brain has no. If you can get through the skull, your brain has no nerves in it that should say pain.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, it's the same
So
with the eye also.
Yeah,
It's
everybody's sitting at home eating lunch, going. Bleh!
I know. No, they put stitches in my eye and they were pulling the stitches out. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, I thought they're checking something. They're like, oh, we're just removing the stitches. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. So
Happy birthday, Amanda Carroll.
Thank you.
hey, Amanda. Yay.
So this is what I was thinking on the roof today. I was thinking just in general, I mean, for me and for everybody, it's like whatever I pay attention to grows. So if I pay attention to problems and I pay attention to like worry and anxiety and hopelessness, then it grows. And if I pay attention to like, look at how pretty the flowers are, they grow.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that. Whatever you pay attention to grows.
Mm-hmm.
And to sit around and worry about, it's like,
Right. Well, and I was thinking about that as well, because we have focused on that for at least
happy birthday
Thank
Master. For at least 3 years. What did we focus on? What did we contribute to the growth of? Because a lot of it wasn't. Well, hey, I'll just leave it like that. It's super important to watch what we're thinking, what we're saying, what we're putting our focus on.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
So, and the night that my guides told me you're going home and said you're not leaving for a while, which is a month before the rest of the country bothered to close down. And it was COVID. And I was like sitting at my house and I'm like, what am I going to do? So what I ended up doing was when I get my pictures now from 4 years ago, you were doing this. I was knitting enormous numbers of baby blankets. My daughter knew all these people that were having babies during that time. And I heard the worst of what was going on out there, but I didn't live with it because I didn't leave the house. I didn't have to. I had 2 kids who left the house was kind of weird in the house though, because they both made the deal with each other that only one of them would be in the living room with me at a time, because they had to leave. They had to go to work. They had to be out of the house. They did all the precautions, took their shoes off. We had one of those UV ray boxes that zapped your keys and your cell phones and everything. They did all that, but they didn't want to get close to me in case one of them got it. So I kept wondering, why are they doing this ballet where one leaves and the other one goes? And so I had a lot of protection around me, but to me, when I look back on that, I can remember watching that news and how horrifying it is to see a meat truck parked outside of an emergency room at a hospital. But what do you do? And Jeffrey was in New York when that was going on.
Yeah, and they almost made it worse. I mean, the ambulances were like 24/7, and then they light up the Empire State, and I could see the Empire State and they made it red and white. And it was like blinking like this, like it was like, this is like, we know, we know,
and you can hear that and know that that's going on in a place, but it wasn't until I was watching John Fugelsang do a video outside. He went outside in the streets, and I've visited New York. I've lived there for some spring breaks. I went and stayed with a friend's grandmother, whose grandfather wrote the formation of the UN. He was one of the lawyers that drafted that. Anyway, so they lived a really cool apartment in Greenwich Village, and we could sit in the front window, and it was a big U-shaped window. We could watch all the people going up and down the street. But so there's all kinds of parts of New York that I know, it's like Chicago. It never stops. And he was doing this video, and he was in places I knew, and there wasn't another person there.
That was really weird.
That
was really weird.
So odd.
I mean, you'd go out. I mean, so I used to do my shopping then. I found a supermarket not too far from me. It was like an expensive supermarket that I didn't usually go to, but they closed later than everybody. So they closed like 11 o'clock at night. So I'd get there like 10:40, and I'd walk there. And it was, like, I don't know, a 15 minute walk. And, it's like 10:40 at night. There wasn't anyone walking a dog. Nothing, no one.
Yeah.
And it's like, I lived in Midtown Manhattan, like in Midtown, like on an avenue in the 40s. It was like, what? Like 10 minutes from Times Square. It's like, there's nobody. It's like, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah. I took my car out at about 2 months, and I decided I needed to drive it just because it needed to run. And I went out, and I'd never seen, and this is the middle of the day, and there's nobody out.
Yeah.
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 So why are we talking about this? Because
I don't know.
Because we've all survived things that seemed unimaginable.
Because this morning and this last couple of weeks, I've been paying attention to all the sound in my backyard. And I've been flashing back on the silence of those COVID days where nobody was there. So it's kind of weird that you're bringing it up when I've been having these thoughts about just the COVID silence of it. So it's, I don't know.
It's change, and change is difficult and hard.
All right.
So
if we focus on it, I got to go back to what Jeffrey said. If we focus on the change being hard and difficult, I think we hang on too tight to certain outcomes. And if we can just let go of it, it will probably be that change will be easier. However, that being said, there are things that you need to fight for. So there's a delicate balance in that, and I'm still struggling with that. So,
well, Tammy Jackson said right now for her, it's super calm and quiet right now. That's great, Tammy. Glad to hear it, because you've been following me for at least 3 years, and it's not always been that way. But she's not watching the news.
Yeah.
It's so nice. I have no fear, no worries. I'm just in a state of trust and flow. And what else can you do?
Well, certainly turning off the TV, because I have not turned on the TV, YouTube for just a little bit since that night, since Tuesday, and I went to bed before it was called.
Yeah,
I
me too.
slept really, really well, which is really, really unusual for me because I normally wake up 2 or 3, 4 times a night. Slept all the way through the last couple of nights, so I got that Tammy Jackson cool, calm, collective thing going on at least at night, and just turning off the news has a huge effect because it's all so negative.
Donna says she thinks everybody's going inside right now, inward right now, just like we did during COVID, but it's much deeper this time.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm complete. I'm in a complete alignment with that.
Yeah.
And Melissa A says, "Happy birthday!" to get back to the really important things in life.
Oh, I like that Donna O'Brien. I like what she was saying because what is this going to waken up in us? I like playing in that energy. That's good.
Tammy, I have a feeling everything's going to be okay. Hypnicity agrees with you, and you can't have better company than Hypnicity. And Donna O'Brien, that's true. I'm so used to the noise in the background. And when my husband Bill was alive, he listened to classical music all day long. We have one of the premier classical stations in Dallas, and he would listen to that kind of music all day long. And sometimes, even though that was 20 years ago that he went, it's actually almost to the day 20 years ago. It's when I hear lots and lots of classical music, I kind of go back to that. But oh, and somebody said she really likes the Hallmark Christmas movies.
Great. Tune into what works for you. Like I watch a lot of nature documentaries. A lot.
Yeah.
And have you seen the ones about that there's a new mountain range that's coming up along the coast of Peru?
A new mountain range coming up where?
Along the coast of Peru.
Really?
And they think it's a very old one and that somehow the earth is shifting over there. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. I love it when new land shows up because I keep waiting for the little Lemurians to come out of it.
Yeah, no, I watch geology ones too.
Yeah. Do you watch the rock gatherers people, the rock collector guys?
No, I've seen one or two. To me, it's more interesting how it forms and all that. And I mean, I could see the difference here because I live in a volcanic belt, literally surrounded by volcanoes and mountains. And there are parts of the city. There's this part called the Pedregal, and it's down in the south, and it's like these old lava flows from thousands of years ago. And it's rocks and these succulents. It's like everything grows there. I'm in this really funny place because it's tropical, but it's so high, it's kind of temperate. So it's like there's a pine tree and then there's a succulent. It's like it's all here. It's like, wow. Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool.
So I went to this place the other last week, and it's called in California, and it's called the Alabama Hills.
Why do they call it that?
I'm not really sure, but it's a bunch of rocks that look like whales breaching. And they have this one road, it's called Movie Road. And they filmed Gunga Din there. They filmed a lot of Lone Ranger. They filmed Tremors there. So you just drive down this dirt road that has these huge boulders. And the earth is just so amazing when you look at, even in its darkness, it was just fascinating. So, sometimes we just have to really slow down to see how
Yeah,
cool this
I've
place.
been going to the far. There's the park here. The big park here is the largest urban park in the Western Hemisphere.
Mm,
And so there are parts of it that are really, really natural and really like empty. And I go and I listen to the trees. And I've said this on my channel, but this is so I've been getting this thing to listen to the trees. Okay. So I go and I find a grove, and I'm always lost in there. So it's like it's always a different grove. And what they told me, this is so profound. They're like, lay down, right, with your arms outstretched, your legs outstretched, and give us your pain, give us your worry, give us your sorrow, give us your
yeah,
anxiety,
yeah,
give us everything, give us everything. And I'm like, well, and then they're saying, we love it. We use it as nourishment. We love it. It's like fertilizer for us.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then the energy is really this energy. They basically were saying to me, we're here to support you. That's our job. We
Mhm.
were here before you were here. We are here to support you. This is our pleasure. This is our duty. This is our kind of reason for being here. It's like, oh my God.
yeah,
You know, and like when I get messages like that, it's like, well, this ain't me.
Mhm.
This ain't me. And then I ask to receive, and then I sometimes read the trees and they kind of tell me, like maybe it's the shape of them or the way the wind blows or how they're growing together or apart or it's two different species. And I get all these, it's really, really powerful,
yeah, yeah.
really powerful.
Mhm.
And
Did
they
you?
also told me that it doesn't, you don't have to just go to the forest. It could be the plants in your house.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
could be, it's not, because sometimes people get carried away. It's like, well, I have to meditate. It has to be between this and this time. And I have to light this kind of incense and I have to sit like this. It's like, no, you don't.
How'd you know that's how I sound?
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, just set the intent.
Yeah.
Just set the intent. I used to meditate on the subway. I'd miss my stop a lot.
Barbara has a birthday greeting for you.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Her
Barb.
birthday was yesterday, and so she's planning to celebrate it today. So you celebrate it with all of us.
Yeah. And Sheila Inquisitive Tarot. Hey,
Is she in the chat?
she's in. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, good to see her. Oops. Sorry, my phone's dinging on me.
Sheila Inquisitive Trust.
Thank you. Thank you.
And she also says hi to us, Danny. And Tammy Jackson said that being in nature is mandatory right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Stephen, did you Turian, the Lorax? I love to speak to the trees.
Hmm.
It's,
Laura.
it's really good practice for me to listen.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good practice for me to listen. It
I
really
think
is.
it's good for everybody to start listening.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
but because some people live like in the middle of a city, It's like you can go to the park, you could talk to the tree on the corner, you could have plants in the house. It doesn't have to be this whole to do.
Well, and as you said, you can do it on the subway,
Yeah.
just plan on missing your stop. But the other thing too, I mean, we have such an amazing tool called our imagination.
Mm-hmm.
We can go anywhere and we can change anything. And that sets up a whole nother vibrational chain of events going on.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we get caught up in, oh my gosh, this is horrible, but we have the ability to go in our mind's eye. And yet some people will think we're crazy. Oh, you're escaping, you're not facing. Well, fine, yeah.
That's
I'm
okay.
okay with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Here's a good one. I was so upset I decided to put up my Christmas tree with my daughter. My
Perfect.
girl is only 11 years old, but it was the most profound way to comfort me.
Yeah.
She was absolutely an angel.
There's a lot also to be said about getting busy.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know, it's a little bit like the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles, he's like so into his work. Like someone's calling him for lunch. He's like, I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, I got to finish this pentacle. I'm
Mm-hmm.
really good. And there's a lot to be said for doing a physical activity, even if it's cleaning the house, even if it's, you know, whatever it is. There's a lot to be said to get your mind. It's like, well, let me see, how does this work? You know, let me figure this out. I wonder if I can make it a different color. Oh, whatever. Um, there's a lot to be said because it gets you. It kind of puts you in a different, I don't know, place, a different realm, a different. You know, it's like you're igniting something else in your brain.
And the other thing that flashed into my head when you said that, with the Eight of Pentacles, it's repetition. So the guy's not making anything new, but it's like this,
Right.
mantra that you just keep
Yeah.
saying over and over, doing over and over. So there's something to that.
Yeah. 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 And it turns into its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It turns into its own thing. Yeah.
Debbie lives in Florida, and she said, I may have to spray myself down in order to survive the mosquitoes, but I need to do more things about earthing
Yeah.
You need to do
without,
what?
without becoming part of the earth.
It's so funny going to Florida. The first time I was there, I'm looking around and I'm going, all these screened porches covering swimming pools that have these huge
Mm-hmm.
screened porches. And I'm like, oh, I go, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Why do they have that? And I'm like hitting myself because I'm in mosquitoes and I. Well, it's a one-way love affair. I don't love them, but man, they certainly like me.
The first time I went to Florida, I was with my sister and her then boyfriend, and his parents had a condominium, and it was like near Fort Lauderdale or whatever. And I'm sitting, like, they were on the second floor, like, and they had like a terrace or whatever it was. And I'm like looking, you know, and it's really hot, like much hotter than I'd been used to. And I'm looking, and it's like this, you know, like a really big, because it was like a complex kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
this really big lawn. And I see this alligator that's got to be, I don't even know, like 12 feet long. And I remember I had a lollipop in my mouth, and I was like, and the lollipop fell out.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Here's another happy birthday from Annie Hamlet.
thank you.
And Stephen the Jupiterian, it's synchronistic. He's born on, I am a March 2nd, Pisces, like Dr. Seuss. I decided to bake and redecorate his guest room. Keep himself busy.
Perfect.
Oh, yay.
Ah, hello, Dr. Gale.
Thank you, Dr. Gale. Thank you.
I took over the screen for a little bit.
Yes, because he's ahead of me. And T. Jones just figured out we're doing your birthday because she came in late, so she wants to wish you a most amazing day.
Thank you.
And Cat Lady, happy birthday. It's
Thank
to
you.
Jeffrey and Danny. It's not Danny's birthday. Danny's just here.
You know,
Danny is, are you June?
June.
Yeah.
But
Danny
every
is
day can be
Cancer.
my birthday.
That's true.
Every day.
It
You
could be your
want it to be.
birthday.
Yes. I want cake.
I was doing the Scorpio. I was doing the Scorpio reading because I already did the 2025 readings, and I did every.
Mhm.
And I was doing the Scorpio reading, and I pulled the Ace of Swords, and I heard new identity. It's like new identity because it's like a new idea, a new thought, a new way of looking at things, new identity. And then I told everyone I was gonna cornrow my hair.
Sure.
But I was gonna make it really Mexican with like little skulls and stuff.
Yeah.
Skulls. Yeah.
I think you should.
I think so too.
Oh, this lady came in from her garden to share. In Tai Chi, we say, move like water. Water will find the way around the rocks, becoming more pure with each tumble. Wow. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And water is an unstoppable force. Water eventually eats through the rock too.
Yeah, the Grand Canyon can tell you all about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Danielle B.
Thank you.
And Stephen says
Happy unbirthday to
I can't wait for
Danny.
my vision. Thank you so much. I can't wait. I can.
you can kind of make it out, but it's not quite there.
Yeah.
And I got a happy
This
birthday.
is okay because I made this really big, but my email on my computer is like.
That says happy birthday, Nancy. May 2nd, guys. It's mine.
All right. I want to know where Barbara lives. I want exact address.
I'm baking a Hawaiian wedding cake, pineapple, coconut, and whipped cream.
I want the exact address.
Is that it? It's almost like a strawberry shortcake, but
yeah,
pineapple instead. Fabulous.
Yes, look what the water did this year to North Carolina. Yes. Like all experiences, it can be your friend, it can be your enemy. But what we're looking for today is for Jeffrey to have a happy birthday, for all of us to look forward and, maybe look back on a horrible day in your life and say, I'm still here.
Yeah, it's a great, that's a great song. It's a Broadway Sondheim. I'm still here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great song. You could find that on YouTube. I think Elaine Stritch does like an amazing job with that song. Because her voice is like, I'm still here.
Danny, she lives just down the coast from you.
Oh, all right.
Oh, how long would you think it'll take me to get there?
I don't know.
Just up the coast from you. Well, you have to go over to the coast
and then go up.
So you're closer to the east, right?
No, it's really because Mexico City is so odd, and it's such a big major city. I mean, it used to be a lake. It's no longer a lake, but I'm in the middle of the country. I'm surrounded by mountains on the right and the left. So I think it's like 3 hours to the Gulf and 3 hours to the Pacific.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right in the middle of Mexico, but down much lower than you think.
Yeah.
I'm below the tropic zone. I don't know what number that is with the latitude, but below it.
The 32?
I think it's around 30. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember, but I'm below it. That I know. I mean, because the sun is always the same here. It pretty much rises at the same time and sets at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like Hawaii.
Yeah. I'm so happy to be here. I can't even tell you.
Well, it's been lovely to host it. And I was going to ask you if you wanted us to each pull a card for you. Card readers. Now, which deck do I want to use?
Well, let me think. Should I do the Dark Mirror deck? That's a really...
I'm a Scorpio. That does not frighten me.
It's a really good deck. When somebody that was gifted to me, and I got that along with what was a pink deck, and I go, it's a real girly deck. I'm not going to use it. And then I got the Dark Mirror deck at the same time, and I go, oh, this is too dark. I'm not going to use this either. And they're two of my favorite decks. They're really, really good. I will not use the Deviant Moon deck for you, though.
That's really weird.
Oh, that is.
You would think that I would be the type to collect decks, and I just got, this is it.
No,
That's it.
you
One.
have another. You have another deck coming. I have not gotten that out yet, but
All right.
this is his birthday present. He's getting the Fay Tarot.
Ooh.
It's done by La Scarabo, or however you say that name, and it's
They-
dream, joy, and magic. And there are more beautiful things in your life than the stars in the infinite sky. And it's got really cool. It's a very elementals deck.
Yeah,
Well,
that sounds cool.
I think that's why I mean, it's part of the reason. You know, I'm talking to the trees.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Since you talk to the trees.
Well, I listen more.
Let's see. So I'm going to be using another one of my favorites, which is the Angels and Ancestor Oracle deck.
That's a good one.
It's good.
This is what you got. It's from Radley Valentine's.
Beautiful.
Wisdom, Archangel Wisdom Tarot, and it's the High Priestess. And it says, powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provide you with valuable information. Be at peace.
Be at peace.
She's such a pretty lady.
Yeah, nice.
And that's my archangel. That's Archangel Haniel.
Ah,
It's the Archangel of the Moon.
very cool.
Thank you.
So the card that I got for you, Jeffrey, happy birthday. Release the old and rest. It's autumn.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the crow, blackbird, but it's the crow. And we were just talking about a murder of crows.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it sounds like this is more of where we are right now. We're just getting ready to go into winter. So there's just like, look back over the year, see what you did, what you liked, what you didn't like, no judgment, and get ready for the winter and figure out how you're going to make the spring into what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But this is a great time of year where, I love this time of year where the trees are changing colors. It's just a different feel to everything. The air has a certain crispness to it. It's just a great time. And it's your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great time.
Yes, and winter in Mexico City is not bad. The summer they have rain every day, but in the winter,
Yeah, but the rainy season is actually the best season here, because the rain comes at about it. You see it coming.
mm-hmm.
It's always after 4. So it's between 4 and 6 and 7, something like that, is when it's coming. It lasts for about 2 hours. It comes down like the end of the world, and then it's like 2 hours of rain or 3 hours of rain, and then it's cool and lovely and clear, and you get that every day. And it
Mm-hmm.
makes the air clean because it's really polluted here,
Yeah.
because it's a total completely surrounded by mountains. So like as January, February come in, it's like I'm having a big problem breathing. So actually the rainy season is lovely, but I mean the low in January at night is like 49.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like this all year. I mean, tonight it's going to be 55. Today it's going to be 80. Yesterday it was 76. It's 54 at night. But it's like this all year.
Yeah. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing that made the biggest. I mean, yes, the people, and yes, the food, and the culture, and but being able to be in the sun and not fight the weather every day. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Changed my whole life. It's changed and I have the rooftop
Mm-hmm.
private. So not only do I get to see the city, I get to see the mountains on all 4 sides. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Every day. It's amazing. It's changed. It's like opened my horizons. And I really lived in Midtown. I hadn't seen the sky in 30 years.
Hmm.
No, his big thing was there's a bird in the tree outside my window. That was
There were
Nate.
always, I had a lot of birds. There are a lot more birds in New York because it's a migratory route and a big variety in New York. Here, you know what I get? I get a lot of mourning doves, but they're smaller here. The ones in the States are bigger. The ones there, they're like, you could hold them in your hand. But doves are Venus. Doves are a symbol of Venus. So it's like, oh, that's who's coming to visit. That's nice.
Huh.
You got another birthday wish from Beverly.
Thank you, Beverly.
Yes. And also, Terry, I read your one from earlier, Terry. He got it.
Hello, Terry.
She apparently got over whatever she had going on.
So maybe we can give them a few, I don't know, like a hint or two of like how to remain calm, how to remain in faith, how to, I mean, I think it's going to be different for everybody, but, and maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's exactly what I'm trying to come to. It's like, okay, so you go inside and it's like, well, how can I be calm? How can I faith? What is it? Because different people are different. Some people are going to take a nap. Some people are going to want to get busy. Some people are going to want to cook. I don't know. So, what is that thing? What is that thing for you individually that's going to, keep you, I don't know, level-headed?
Yeah.
Or, full of hope.
Yeah. I think there's I think you have to have fun. You have to find something. So if you go back to that Eight of Pentacles card, where it's the guy is so focused on his job and the mantra, whatever he's doing, I think it's important to add the element of fun in there. Find something that you just really like doing. So as what you were saying, it's going to be different for everybody. But I think keep it simple, have fun, whatever it is. If it's a puzzle, if it's an advent calendar that you open up and it's got chocolate pieces on the inside.
Danny,
chocolate,
whatever day you come, you're not going to be able to eat the results.
So that's what I would say.
Okay. And what I'd say is look back in your life, and there's been undoubtedly times when you've been incredibly disappointed, but you're still standing and alive and you're still functioning and you're still walking in the world. Pull that sense of strength, because I had to do that a couple times yesterday. And I've lost races I ran and I knew the candidate and it was where I lived and I really, really wanted them to win. But I tell you, one of the things I've learned from campaigning is you learn more from the contests you lose than the ones you win. Because when you win something, you just go, okay, that worked. And when you've lost, you finally will go back and take it apart. And so we have a couple of birthdays for Jeffrey. Silka from Chilly, Ontario, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. That's where my parents are from, is Ontario. And yes, it's always, I think, whenever I think of Ontario, I think about driving around with my sister's birthday cake in the trunk of our car and it froze. And we have, let's see.
I'd eat a frozen cake.
Oh, yeah, we ate it. Trust me. My parents were too cheap. They weren't going to go get another one.
I'd eat a frozen cake.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, and somebody has Advent candles, which is another thing. I have 7 Advent calendars up and ready to go. First, glittery kind, no chocolate, just divine snow scenes, mangers, elves, and trees. Yeah, the ones I give my grandchildren have different nativity scenes, and they knock them out. And by the time they're done on Christmas Eve, they get to put the baby Jesus in. So
Is he chocolate?
No, you don't eat your nativity scene.
Okay, sorry.
I had a dog that ate part of my nativity scene once, and I just sort of buffed off the wise men and put a little paint on it and used them. And to everybody, I think we're going to say goodbye. So everybody say their final goodbyes.
Blessings.
And
Goodbye, buddy.
if you have not subscribed to my channel, you won't know when we're going to be opening the advent calendars, and because I couldn't tell you today, there's no orderly way that's going to happen. Hi, Nancy Castro. Who else is showing up at the very end?
Hi, Nancy.
And goodbye. Somebody had a long sleepless night, but she keeps thinking freedom's going to get us through it. And
Yep.
And best wishes to everyone in the coming year. That I hear is also a possibility. So, but if you would like to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Jeffrey's channel, which is called Ripe Color, and Danny Shay is, what do you call yourself now? It used to be Bathrobe.
Danny Shay Tarot.
Danny Shay Tarot.
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 Or as my friend from Louisiana says, Tarot.
Hayro.
Hayro?
What?
That sounds
Hayro.
cool. I like that.
Everybody, you have a blessed week, and thank you, Jeffrey, for sharing your birthday with all of us.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Happy birthday.
Thank you.